Today, something very important happened in Kano, and many Nigerians may not understand the real meaning yet. This is not just about Peter Obi visiting Rabiu Kwankwaso. This is politics, serious politics. Forget supporter excitement. Let us talk about what this really means. First, Nigerian politicians do not just wake up and visit each other like friends. Every movement now is calculation. Peter Obi going to Kano is not a coincidence. Kwankwaso receiving him publicly is not a coincidence. The crowd shouting both names is not a coincidence. Everything you saw today is political messaging. What message? Simple. Opposition figures are beginning to understand one painful lesson from 2023. Division is expensive. Division gave victory to the ruling party. If Obi, Atiku and Kwankwaso had been on one side in 2023, the results may have been different. Whether people like to hear it or not, that is the mathematics. Now it looks like they don't want to repeat that mistake. But let us be honest like Nigerians. This is not love. This is not friendship. This is interest. Politics in Nigeria runs on interest, not emotions. Obi knows he has massive youth support and southern vote, but limited northern structure. Kwankwaso knows he controls Kano grassroots, but cannot win nationally alone. PDP figures know their party structure is weakening and they need new energy. So what you are saying is not a meeting. It is survival talks. Everybody is asking one question quietly. How do we defeat APC in 2027? That is the real discussion. Now let us talk about Kano itself, because many people outside Nigeria don't understand how powerful Kano politics is. Kano is not just a state. Kano is a political weapon. Kano has one of the highest voter populations in Nigeria. Any candidate that ignores Kano is joking. Kwankwaso's strength is not Twitter. It is not television. It is street structure, real grassroots loyalty. The Red Cap movement is not social media noise. Those people actually vote. That is why Obi going there matters. Because one of the biggest criticisms against Obi after 2023 was simple. Where is his northern structure? Today's visit is an answer to that question. Now, does this mean they have formed alliance? No. Does it mean they have agreed on tickets? No. But does it mean conversations are serious now? Yes. Another thing Nigerians must understand is this. Politicians sometimes allow public meetings before agreements to test reactions. We want to see the supporters accept it. Will there be backlash? Will the base reject it? Today, the crowd answered one question clearly. There is no hostility between their supporters, at least at that event. That alone is politically important. But let me also say something many analysts are afraid to say. Coalition talk is easy. Agreement is hard. Because one question can scatter everything. Who will be presidential candidate? This is where Nigerian coalitions usually die. Obi believes his 2023 performance justifies another chance. Kwankwaso will not want to play second fiddle easily. PDP power brokers will also want influence. Ambition destroys many alliances before they start. That is the danger ahead. Now let us also talk about what APC will be thinking watching this. Do not think they're ignoring it. No ruling party ignores opposition movements like this. Even if nothing comes out of it, we will study it. Because if opposition figures truly unite, changes completely. But Nigerians should also calm down. A crowd shouting names is not an election result. We have seen rallies before that did not translate to votes. Structure, party agents, funding, state alliances, all these matter more than excitement. So the real question Nigerians should ask is not, did they meet? The real question is, can they sacrifice ambition for victory? That is the question that would decide whether today was history or just another political visit. Now, my personal Nigerian opinion, if opposition leaders are serious, they must start negotiations early like this, not 6 months to election like before. They must be ready to compromise. They must be ready to think long term, because APC will not be easy to defeat. Incumbency is powerful in Nigeria. Federal power is powerful. Opposition only wins when it is disciplined and united. That is the truth, whether anybody likes it or not. So what happened today in Kano is not a small event. It is the beginning of political positioning. Chess moves have started. Testing alliances have started. Power calculations have started. But Nigerians should watch actions, not excitement. Watch. The meetings continue. Statements become clearer. The parties start cooperating. That is how you know if it is real. Until then, What we saw today is a signal, not a conclusion. Politics has started early. 2027 fashions have started. And whether people like it or not, they showed one thing clearly. The opposition knows they cannot afford to fight separately again. Whether they can truly unite, that is the real story Nigerians should watch. Because that decision, more than any rally, decide the next election.
ṣe dáadáa ṣe yìí gbogbo ayé dẹ̀rí kò bá tún ṣẹlẹ̀ kejì.